Hi, I'm Leah Fisher, and I am an artist here at Samuel Lane Galleries, and I just got done painting a painting in the studio.
What initially drew you into your reflectionist style, and how has that evolved over time?
So initially, I was drawn into reflectionism because I was painting with J.D. Miller, who is the founder of Reflectionism and that school of art. And essentially what that is that what you put out into the universe is reflected back to you. And using the school of art, that's what we do. We actually reflect onto the canvas our thoughts and our feelings and our life experience. And I guess how it's changed for me over time is, it used to be completely feeling and I had no experience. So it was very raw and I didn't have a lot of control. And it was it could sometimes be a frustrating process, but I've been a professional artist for the past 15 years. So it's really just a beautiful process of being able to translate my emotions and my experience and actually having a little bit of agency about how I execute it onto the canvas, which is nice when you've been practicing a while.
Beautiful. And how do you balance the abstract with the figurative elements within your paintings?
Yeah. It's interesting to even think that I do any figurative work at all. Of course, I've been doing a series of self-portraits for a while, so they are figurative, but they're really more like subjective. And if I had to actually draw an actual human, I would be fired, and I just couldn't do it. But so there's always an element of my abstract work in my figurative work, and with the self-portraits in particular, it really is meshing of both worlds.
Okay. And then last question, what's your typical process when starting a new piece? How do you decide on your subject or theme?
Yeah, so when I'm starting a new piece, I guess if it's not a commission or if it's not for a show with a specific theme, I usually go for a feeling of a color palette that I want to work with. And then if I'm just getting to just completely be free with it, sometimes I have no idea I'm gonna paint, like especially with an abstract, which is the most fun because a lot of times you just come out with this amazing gift from the universe and this surprise. And to me, that's just the best part of doing art.
All right. Thank you so much, Leah.
Thank you, Brian.